Today we are going to discuss about the viral causes of the cancer, and there are two major categories of the oncoviruses. That is, the viruses which cause the cancer are called the oncoviruses, and there are two major categories of the oncoviruses: DNA oncovirus and RNA oncovirus. DNA oncovirus include human papillomavirus, Kaposi sarcoma associated herpes virus, Epstein-Barr virus, Merkel cell polyomavirus, human cytomegalovirus, hepatitis B virus, etc. And these DNA oncoviruses have DNA as a genetic material which is transcribed into the mRNA and then into the proteins. These viruses have two lifestyles. Fine. Number one, in case of the permissive cells, all the parts of the viral genome are expressed. This leads to the viral replication and cell lysis and death. Another one is like in case of non-permissive cells, usually viral DNA gets incorporated into the cell's chromosome, host cell chromosome at the random sites, and here only a part of viral genome is expressed. The first DNA oncovirus discovered were rabbit fibromavirus and Shoup papillomavirus by Richard Shoup in 1930. The DNA oncoviruses typically impair two families of tumor suppressor proteins, P53 and retinoblastoma. We will discuss these tumor suppressor genes, proto-oncogenes, etc. in the upcoming lectures, but here just try to understand, just remember the tumor suppressor proteins are those proteins which suppress the growth of cancers, which suppress the growth of tumors. Fine. Or the tumor suppressor proteins are those proteins which control or which regulate or restrict the uncontrolled cell division. So simply, the tumor suppressor proteins are the proteins which inhibit the uncontrolled cell division or uncontrolled cellular proliferation. So DNA oncoviruses, how do they cause the cancer? They simply impair two families of the tumor suppressor proteins, that is the P53 and retinoblastoma. So what is the importance of these tumor suppressor proteins P53 and retinoblastoma? Here we are going to discuss them. The P53 gene, that's the tumor suppressor gene. So what I said earlier कि जो हमारे पास ट्यूमर सुप्रेसर जीन्स होते हैं ये जो कि हमारे पास अनकंट्रोल्ड सेल डिवीजन को रिस्ट्रिक्ट करते हैं, तो ये जो हमारे पास P53 जीन है, it is present on the 17th chromosome and it is also known as the guardian of the human genome, and it helps in conserving stability of the genome by preventing mutations. It helps in cell cycle progression and apoptosis, and hence it plays a role in anti-proliferative effect, that is prevents a cell with defective DNA from entering the S phase, hence prevent this multiplication of the mutated cells. But it is also involved in the DNA repair and apoptosis. So what happens actually कि जो हमारे पास P53 जीन होता है, that is a tumor suppressor gene, अगर हमारे पास जो सेल के अंदर अगर DNA जो है म्यूटेटेड है, तो P53 जो हमारे पास प्रोटीन होता है वो इस सेल को आगे डिवाइड नहीं होने देता, ये इस सेल को रोकता है in the G1 phase and does not allow the cell to enter the S phase of the cell cycle. So ये एंटी प्रोलिफरेशन इफेक्ट दिखाता है अगर सेल डिफेक्टिव हो, नंबर वन. नंबर टू, ये दिखाता है हमारे पास DNA repair. If the DNA is mutated, it sends the DNA back for the repair mechanism. एंड जो लास्ट का एक मैकेनिज्म होता है कि अगर DNA repair नहीं हो रहा तो ये इस सेल को एपोप्टोसिस कराता है सेल की, दैट इज सेल डेथ. अगर हमारे पास अब ये P53 जो है म्यूटेट हो गया, सो व्हाट विल हैपन, इट विल लीड टू एबनॉर्मल एंड अनकंट्रोलेबल ग्रोथ ऑफ द सेल्स, एंड ऑलमोस्ट जो देखा गया है कि 50% ऑफ द कैंसर्स जो है वो हमारे पास है, दे आर एज अ रिजल्ट ऑफ द म्यूटेशन ऑफ द P53 जीन. The second one that we are going to discuss is the retinoblastoma. It is the first tumor suppressor gene identified through the human genetic study, and this RB gene is located on the chromosome number 13. In normal cell, the RB protein prevents excessive cell cycle progression as well as maintaining its differentiation. RB is normally bound to transcription factor called E2F. Once RB is phosphorylated by CDK4 or 6, etc., it releases E2F. F is then able to bind to the promoters of the proteins required for cell division, that is cell cycle progression takes place. When this PRB gene becomes inactivated, it leads to uncontrolled cell progression which leads to the cancer, that is the retinoblastoma. So retinoblastoma प्रोटीन जो है, PRB प्रोटीन जो है, एक्चुअली ये कंट्रोल करता है सेल डिवीजन को। फाइन, ये क्या करता है कि अगर हमारे पास हमारी बॉडी सेल डिवीजन नहीं कराना तो तब क्या होता है कि हमारे पास ये जो PRB प्रोटीन होता है, ये E2F, that is a transcription factor that helps us in the cell division etc. So ये इस E2F को ये PRB एक्टिवेट होता है। दिस एक्टिवेटेड PRB ये क्या करता है काम, ये इस E2F प्रोटीन को अपने साथ बाइंड करके रखता है और उसको इनएक्टिवेट करता है। सो एक्टिवेटेड PRB E2F प्रोटीन को अपने साथ बाउंड करके रखता है और उसको इनएक्टिवेट करता है ताकि सेल डिवीजन ना हो। फाइन, नॉर्मली जब हमारे पास अब सेल डिवीजन करना होता है तो CDKs रिलीज होते हैं, साइकिल इंडिपेंडेंट काइनेसेस, दैट इज साइकिल इंडिपेंडेंट काइनेस D4, 6 एट्सेट्रा। ये फॉस्फोराइलेट करते हैं PRB प्रोटीन को, जिसकी वजह से ये एक्टिवेट हो जाता है और ये इस E2F प्रोटीन को रिलीज करता है और ये E2F प्रोटीन फिर सेल डिवीजन, ट्रांसक्रिप्शन एट्सेट्रा एट्सेट्रा को कराता है। लेकिन अब हमारे पास अगर ये प्रोटीन, अगर ये RB प्रोटीन जो हमारे पास अगर ये म्यूटेट हो गया तो ये कंटिन्यूअसली इनएक्टिव रहेगा, जिसकी वजह से जो E2F प्रोटीन है वो कंटिन्यूअसली एक्टिव रहेगा और कंटिन्यूअसली सेल डिवीजन होगा। दैट इज वहाँ पे रेगुलेशन नहीं रहेगी और कंटिन्यूअसली सेल डिवीजन, सेल प्रोलिफरेशन होगा। दैट इज द अल्टीमेट कॉज ऑफ द कैंसर. So retinoblastoma is the cancer that starts in retina and occurs mainly due to the mutation in RB1 gene. That is the most common type of cancer in children. Now, DNA oncoviruses actually, because of the impairing of both the gene functions, unregulated cell division, which leads to the creation and progression of the cancer. That is what we discussed. Usually oncoviruses infect but do not kill the host cell. Instead, they establish a long-term persistence of infection in them, which turns into the cancer after so many years. So now we will discuss about the examples of the DNA oncoviruses and what type of cancer they cause. That is very much important for the JRF NET exam point of view. Right? Now, DNA oncovirus, human papilloma virus, it causes the cervical cancer. Kaposi sarcoma associated herpes virus, it causes skin cancer. Epstein-Barr virus, it causes Hodgkin lymphoma, nasopharyngeal cancer, Burkitt's lymphoma, etc. And hepatitis B virus, it causes hepatocellular carcinoma. Now let's understand the RNA oncoviruses. So RNA oncoviruses is a type of viruses that have RNA as a genetic material, and certain retroviruses are also associated with this category. Retroviruses are single-stranded RNA viruses that stores its nucleic acids in the form of mRNA and then targets its host as an obligate parasite. This is that systematic diagram by which we can understand how these RNA viruses propagate in the host cell. So the first one is the RNA virus will bind to the cell surface and then enter into the cell. Then it will fuse with the cell and coat itself, actually. That is the uncoating, and then it will go for translation, that is the formation of the proteins, or it will go for the RNA replication. It will replicate itself so many times and make large number of copies for itself. Then it will assemble and mature, and then it will release, cause the lysis of the cell. Examples of the RNA oncoviruses include hepatitis C virus that causes the hepatocellular carcinoma, human T lymphotropic virus that causes adult leukemia, Ross sarcoma virus that causes the sarcoma in chicken, human immunodeficiency virus that causes AIDS.
Thanks for watching. For more such videos, just like and follow my page.